She's walking home at dusk when the whole street goes quiet and every person around her stops and looks up. A shadow the size of a city is sliding over the clouds, and it makes no sound at all. Her phone floods with the same picture from every city on Earth. They came for all of us at once. Nobody knows yet if this is first contact or an invasion. In 24 hours, most people will wish they had run sooner. What you do in the first day and how you behave if they ever reach you decides whether you are still here in a week. So let's walk through it hour by hour and the rules that keep you off their list. It begins without a sound. No sirens, no warning, just enormous craft settling over every major city on the planet. They don't fire, they don't speak. For the first hour they only hang there, and the silence is worse than any attack. Every screen still working shows the same thing. Then all at once, the screens go black. The networks drop, the grid flickers and dies, one city after another. Whatever they are, they took our eyes and our voice in the first 10 minutes. And that is the first rule that keeps you alive. If you cannot see them clearly, assume they see you perfectly. So the crowd standing in the open squares, filming and waving, are already making the oldest mistake there is. They are telling something they do not understand exactly where the people are. Around the first hour it happens, a sound in your head that is not a sound, a signal every person feels at once. Some call it a greeting, some call it a command. Nobody agrees, and that disagreement gets people taken. So here is the second rule: do not answer it, do not broadcast, do not try to make contact back. Every group that lights up a signal to say we are here, we are friendly, goes quiet within the hour. The people who live through first contact are the ones who do nothing at all and stay small. If one of them or one of their machines comes down your street, the rule is simple: do not run in the open. Movement in the open is what they lock onto. Stillness in shadow is what they slide right past. Do not look for eye contact. Do not raise your hands. Do not try to talk to it. You are not negotiating with a person. You are avoiding the attention of something that does not think like you. The ones who kneel to worship it and the ones who rush at it in a rage both end the same way: gone. By the second hour, the city's empty in a panic, and the roads out jam solid within minutes. And that is the trap. The cities and the roads out of them are exactly where all the people are. Third rule: get away from the crowds, on foot if you have to, and move along the edges, never the open middle. The safest direction is away from anything bright, anything loud, anything full of people. Water first before you move. You can last weeks without food, but only days without something clean to drink. Take only what one bag can carry and leave everything that would slow you down. Leave the car if the roads are dead. One person on foot in the dark is far harder to find than a line of headlights. The people who get out are quiet and dark and already moving while everyone else is still filming the sky. By now the first ones have been taken, not in a struggle. They simply walk out toward the light and never come back. Which is the fourth rule and the hardest: whatever it puts inside your head, you do not go to the light. Night falls, and with the grid gone, the world is darker than anyone alive has ever seen it. This is when they hunt. The craft sends smaller things down, and those things move through the dark streets. They follow heat, they follow light. Above everything, they follow signals. So you go cold and dark, no flame they can see, no phone, no light behind the window. You stay away from the glass, you keep still, and you wait the long hours out. The people who kept a phone on just to check are the ones the beams find first. By morning, whole neighborhoods that stayed lit and loud are simply empty. And the ones who went cold and quiet are still here, watching the first gray light with a held breath. Morning of day one, and the size of it lands. This is not one city. it is every city all at the same time. No government broadcast, no army rolling in to save the day. Whatever ran things went silent in the night. The people still standing split in two, the ones who prepared and the ones now begging for a plan. The prepared are already gone from the cities, dark, fed, and out of sight. The rest are doing the two things that get people taken, gathering in crowds and calling for help on anything that transmits. The young woman from the first night reaches the edge of the city, and she does not look back at the light behind her. She understands the thing almost nobody does. This is not a war you win, it is a hunt you survive. And you survive a hunt by not being seen, and by never being where they are looking. So say the worst happens, and one of them is standing in front of you. Here is exactly what to do. First, you stop. Every instinct screams at you to run, and running is the one thing that starts the chase. You lower your eyes and make yourself small and slow. You become the least interesting thing in the room. You do not reach out, you do not point anything at it. A raised hand reads the same as a raised threat. You do not try to speak and you do not signal. Whatever it wants, it is not a conversation you can win. If it moves on, you do not celebrate and you do not move. You wait long past the point that feels safe. If it fixes on you, your one chance is a hard corner and a dark, tight space it cannot follow you into. They are built for the open and the bright. Dark and tight is where they lose you. And never lead them home. If you are followed, you go anywhere except to the people you love. The whole thing is simple to say and brutal to do. Be still, be dark, be silent, be forgettable. Surviving the first day is one thing. Surviving what comes after is a longer and quieter fight. You get far from the cities because the cities are where the people are, and the crowd is what they harvest. You go where it is hard to reach and easy to hide. Trees, hills, anything low and broken up. Underground is better still. Below the surface, the beams and the signals lose you. You kill every signal you carry. No phone and no radio that broadcasts where you are. You keep one radio that only listens and never speaks, to learn what the other survivors have figured out. Water you can reach and filter. Food that lasts and needs no cooking over a flame anyone could see. Light only what you can fully hide and only when you have to. One glow can undo everything. You move in the worst weather in the darkest hours, when their eyes work the least well. You stay in small numbers, a family hides, a crowd gets found. And you hold that discipline for weeks, long after the fear fades and the boredom makes you careless. Because the ones who last are not the strongest or the bravest, they are the ones who were never seen at all. We always imagined it would be a war, with armies and a fair chance to fight back. But if something like this ever comes, it will not ask us to fight, it will simply sort us. And the sorting will not favor the loud or the well-connected, it favors the quiet and the ready. Everything comes down to the same handful of choices, made long before the sky ever changes. So the only question that matters is the one she asked, standing in a silent street as a shadow slid over the sun. If the day ever comes and the sky fills up, are you going to be ready, or are you going to be seen? If this got under your skin even a little, subscribe. The next one might be the one that keeps you off their list.